in high school, I always claimed an identity of being a Catholic, but I never actually believed in it because from a very young age, I remember from maybe year 7, year 8, year 9, I used to read a lot of books, and I found stuff that I don't really like, the history of Christianity. A couple of years later, I think it was around about, I was in year 10, this new boy came in my class, and I remember this boy being very pale, white skinned, and he looked very European. And anyway, I became friends with this new student because I just wanted to see who he was, where he's from, etc. And then the topic came up about religion, and he told me he was Muslim, and I was like, "What? You're Muslim?" I was so shocked, like I couldn't believe it. Like all my life I've believed that Islam was just a religion for Pakistanis, Asians, Indians, and he told me that he was Muslim. But then we started talking about different articles of our faith. So I was telling him that, oh, we believe that Jesus is the Son of God. I never believed this. I never believed Jesus was the Son of God, but I always clinged onto it because of the cultural thing, and I'd always defend it. So this friend of mine, he said, we believe in Jesus too. I was like, really? You believe in Jesus? What? That's crazy. And but then he told me that we don't believe he's the Son of God or he's crucified. And even though I never believed this, I was very defensive about it. And I don't know until this day why I was very defensive about it. I got really angry towards this boy, and I used to be very harsh towards him. I felt really bad for this boy because every time I was harsh towards him, he would never go to the teacher, he would never be rude to me, he would never shout back, he would never do anything back to me. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna actually look into his religion, not because I was interested in it, but because I was more feeling sorry for him. So I asked for a couple of books on like the Day of Judgment, books on the life of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, may peace and blessings be upon him. I would go to my mum's and then I'd read it, and then she would actually ask me questions about this, and she would say, what's that you're reading? And I'll say, oh, this is some Muslim thing, or they believe that Jesus is not the Son of God, it's some silly stuff, I'm just looking at it. And my mum actually took a liking to it. She was actually very open-minded, and she was like, could you tell me a bit more about this religion? And then she would start asking me questions. So the questions I didn't know, I had to go back to my friend in high school and ask him. So then it would kind of increase my knowledge on the fact. But every time I was reading and answering questions and gaining more knowledge, I still had a closed heart towards it. I was never accepting of it. One night, I was up till I was up late. I can't remember why I was up, but I remember feeling something strange. Like I don't know why I was up, but like I remember my dad jumping out of bed, and it was really strange of him jumping out of bed. Someone rang his phone, and I heard him yapping on the phone, and it didn't sound good. But he came into my room and he said, Cam, your mum's passed away. And at that moment, till this day, like I can't actually accept it. Like for a while I couldn't process like what actually happened, and it just wow. And I remember myself thinking that my mum, like, she never took shahada, and I know, like, in her heart that she actually believed in this religion of Islam. Like, I could tell that she was accepting this, and it kind of got to me at that stage. And I remember myself thinking that I trust my mum so much, and that now she's gone, that I have to look into this religion with an open heart. I can't be just biased and just reading it. So I went back to my friend. We're friends now. I'm his age living. I went back to my friend and I started asking for some books. But this time, when I was opening these books, everything I read, I accepted. Like, every single word, I accepted it. And it's strange because it took a calamity to actually change my way of thinking. But in ways I thank Allah for this calamity He blessed me with, because I don't think without the death of my mother I would have actually accepted Islam. So that day I actually took my shahada on Jummah after the khutbah in a masjid in front of quite a lot of people, and I never looked back. Alhamdulillah, it's the best thing I've ever done.